offer at the moment, we don't resonate with that. What happens?
Well, I was saying that this is the best opportunity
to create a new one.
Exactly, for forward-looking movements anyway. Yeah. I mean, for forward-looking leaders. Because, as we're saying, the people need leaders. And then there are people on the other side who feel they can be leaders, but again, without an institution and so on. So just like we are saying here, some people say, oh, those guys are selfish, they hijacked the leadership. But that is what should happen. That actually people who think they can actually run with the issues that the people or the movements are generating should at least, start coming out and say, look, we are the ones speaking for this.
Can I give a very real fear? A very real fear that is also backed by experience in Kenya is that when there is or has been a would-be leader, it's very possible that person is corruptible and has been corrupted.
Correct.
And has moved.
Correct.
So the fear then lies within folks who say, well, if we're going to name somebody, the chances of this person being taken over by the external party, the same external party that could possibly have thrown a cat among the pigeons to start this whole mess in the first place, is probably still involved in ensuring that any leader you have in the future then is corrupted. There are examples of that. This happened, or assassinated, or bought. They're very real examples of that having happened, and not too far off in history. So folks are saying, well, you know what, we need to keep them guessing. If we're going to have a leader today, if we're going to have a political party, what we've done is that we've put the thing right on the chopping block and given somebody the opportunity to chop the head off. So how do you deal with those very real fears? How do you deal with those very real fears?
But remember, even that one requires leadership. There has to be a leadership that says, okay, fine, we shall not expose our leaders. We will actually operate underground. Like all underground movements. Underground movements actually do have leaders. It is only that they're saying, no, we are not going to declare whom our leaders are. Yeah, but if you're saying you're leaderless, like the youth are saying, then you have a problem, because you'll not be able to harness all these issues and energies in a particular direction. But it's okay. It's okay to, number one, it's okay to not expose your leaders. That's number one. Okay. Number two, it's okay also not to make a decision on your final leader. Remember, what you're talking about here is not. We're talking about corporate leadership. We are not talking about an individual as such. Yeah, so you could, generally that, in this group, Prof can be a leader, Joe can be a leader, might be our overall leader. We are all leaders. Omenya can be a leader, Ndu can be a leader, and so on. So we know that we're a group of peers, and we're saying, no, we shall not make that decision now. Because if we appoint Omenya now, he'll be called to State House, and he'll be given a lot of money, and he'll be confused. So we decided that for now, we are not making that decision. But then, that's very different from saying that we are totally leaderless, as it actually were. And I think all good organizations and institutions, that's a culture that they should actually cultivate, where at any point in time, you actually have a lot of possibilities. And I think the great one, again, we go back to ANC. ANC, because of the movement nature, had developed a whole group that could actually lead. And it reached a point that they didn't even have the spaces for those leaders in senior government positions. And that is how Cyril Ramaphosa, for example, were told, no, now you guys are going to lead in business. Tokyo Sexuale. They were told, you guys lead in this area and this area. But when we need an ultimate leader, we can actually mobilize these guys overnight. We can tell you, come from the corporate sector, you know how the movement runs, and you're ready to be president. Just like we were talking earlier, where do people get this particular experience? You basically build them within the party, within all the structures and so on. But then you're saying, fine, now we know we have a lot of leaders who can actually rise to the plate on a very, very quick call, as it actually were. But on the other hand, then you position these people in all those different areas, so nobody is suspecting that the next president is actually going to be Peter.
The Gen Zs clearly state that they are well led.
Yes.
And their leader is the constitution of Kenya.